Singleton it's the Colo, I'm pretty sure it's the Colo to Singleton Road. I must have been doing, I don't know, about 80 k's or probably a bit under. I was in a hired car. I actually seen it out the window while we were driving along. And I couldn't believe my own eyes. And I said to Tegan, did you see what Mummy's seen? And she said, yes, Mum, I've seen what you've seen. And when I got home, I actually said to my husband and my parents and stuff, and they were all laughing at us like it was, fake, that we'd seen it. But I couldn't actually, Tegan was younger. She was about 10 or so. And I couldn't believe that she'd actually seen what I'd seen. It looked like he was going to cross the road. His sort of chest was hairy and matted and his arms were moving. They were down by his side I thought that he would squash our whole car, the hired car. But he was actually just standing there sort of thing.
You saw it sort of ahead of you on the road. Was it on the left or the right?
On the right. He was on the right, trying to cross the road to go down to the river.
And what were you looking at? Were you looking at was it a person? Was it a...
It was like a person, though it was all hairy, like I've never ever... I could actually see his fingernails were long, like I'd never seen something like that in my life, really.
When you're looking at the body of the thing, you mentioned it had hair. What sort of hair?
It was like a chocolate brown, matted. It was matted hair.
Okay, so it was quite long.
Yes.
The thing was standing face onto the road, front on?
Yeah, it was facing onto the road, yes.
Thinking about how tall you are, how tall do you reckon this thing was?
Okay, I think he's about, 6 foot, maybe more, because he overtowered our car, which was a Ford. He stood over my car. He was solid in hairy. He took up my whole driver's window.
How far back from the window to this thing was it?
About an arm or two away.
Now, you mentioned a kind of interesting detail you said about fingernails. So as you're passing, where was this thing's arms and hands?
It was in my driver's window.
Were the hands down by its side?
His hands was moving around near his body like he'd been walking.
So you could see a hand and fingers?
It was scary, actually. Never seen anything like it. No, I'm being honest. I come from the bush and I'd never seen anything so, like at your face, that.
So you could see its hands moving, and you noticed on the end of the hands there were fingernails.
Yeah, they were brown, like they were dark. It was like he had chocolatey hands, like a monkey.
So it wasn't like just fur, you actually saw fingers...
I actually seen its hands and its body, chest bit.
Was it like a human chest, or was it all hair, or did you see any kind of muscle shape?
It was a manly chest where it had boob hanging bits, Not actually like that, but furry.
A defined chest.
It was a defined
pectoral muscles,
male,
pectoral muscles.
Yeah. It was monk man, it had chocolatey hair, matted, like muddy, like it was going to the river.
And I mean, you just got a sense that it was kind of like an ape man kind of thing,
yeah.
I guess is what you're saying.
Yeah, something, like hairy, tall, overstood the car, and we were doing the 80 k's, I was unexpecting some hairy thing to be on the road, because it was actually, we're driving home, I'm the driver on the right-hand side, right? He's on the left-hand side virtually, and he was going to cross the road, because he was only arm or two lengths before the car.
You were almost on it before you noticed it, but then you saw it quite clearly as you went by.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it actually gave me heart